Today's topic is some problems on ratio test, D.L.Emberts and Rabi's test. In the last video I explained the proof was Rabi's test. What is D.L.Emberts ratio test? Here sigma un is positive term series, and if un plus 1 upon un tends to, suppose it is L, as n tends to infinity, is L, then if L less than 1 converges, sigma un converges, L greater than 1 diverges, and equal to 1 test fails. That is D.L.Emberts ratio test. Now what is Rabi's test? Rabi's test is, suppose sigma un is positive term series and limit n into un upon un plus 1 minus 1 n tends to infinity is L, then L greater than 1 converges, sigma un converges. If L less than 1, sigma un diverges. L equal to 1, test fails. See, compare these two. Always studying comparatively, you can remember always. And also if you know the proof of the theorem or any result, then you can easily remember. Only mugging, by hearting, it is not possible. Now see the comparative, these two tests here. This is D.L.Emberts ratio test, and I solved problems applying this D.L.Emberts ratio test. In this case we take un plus 1 upon un. If it is L less than 1 converges, greater than 1 diverges, equal to 1 test fails. But in Rabi's test we take limit n un upon un plus 1 minus 1. Suppose it is L greater than 1 converges here, L less than 1 diverges, equal to 1 test fails. Now I consider problems. See, usually when this D.L.Emberts ratio test fails, we use Rabi's test. We usually apply D.L.Emberts ratio test for that particular type of problems. Suppose that D.L.Emberts ratio test fails, then we use Rabi's test. Show that the series, problem is, show that the series sigma n factorial by 1, 3, 5 etc. to n minus 1 is convergent. Show that this is convergent. Now first we apply here ratio test, D.L.Emberts ratio test. Let un is n factorial by 1, 3, 5 etc. to n minus 1. So un plus 1 is n plus 1 factorial by 1, 3, 5 etc. to n minus 1 into 2n plus 1. Next one more term you have to take. Therefore, what is D.L.Emberts ratio test? Take un plus 1 upon un, n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity of un plus 1 upon un. It is limit n tends to infinity of un plus 1, n plus 1 factorial 1, 3, 5 etc. to n minus 1 into 2n plus 1. This is un plus 1 divided by un. Divided by un means it is multiply the reciprocal of this. What is that? 1, 3, 5 etc. to n minus 1 divided by n factorial. Now simplify this and take limit n tends to infinity. Convergence or divergence depends on that limit. What is n plus 1 factorial by n plus 1? N plus 1 factorial by n factorial, n plus 1 upon 2n plus 1. Now limit n tends to infinity of this. It is limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n divided by 2 plus 1 upon n. How to take limit n tends to infinity? To take limit n tends to infinity, we use 1 upon n tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Therefore, it is half. And limit is less than 1. This is L less than 1. So, what is your conclusion? In case of D.L.Emberts ratio test, we have used this D.L.Emberts ratio test, which is less than 1. Therefore, sigma un converges. What is D.L.Emberts ratio test? in D'Alembert's ratio test, if L is less than 1, converges, sigma un converges. This is the problem. I think you followed a solution. This problem was quite simple, previous one. Now, test the convergence of, second problem. Test the convergence of, see the problem is sigma n factorial x raised to n upon 3, 5, 7, etc. 2n plus 1. This is the given problem. Here the important thing, or it is fine, this un is given, otherwise we have to calculate that one. So that much of our effort is reduced. Un is directly given here. What is the procedure? First, usually in this type of problem we apply D'Alembert's ratio test. So let un is n factorial x raised to n by 3, 5, 7, etc. 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. Now un plus 1 is n plus 1 factorial x raised to n plus 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 3. 2 into n plus 1 plus 1. Yes, 2n plus 3. Therefore, limit un plus 1 upon un n tends to infinity. This we have to calculate. Limit n tends to infinity of un plus 1 is n plus 1 factorial x raised to n plus 1, 3, 5, 7 into etc. 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 3 divided by un means this is un. You have to multiply by reciprocal of this because divided by un. Divided by un means into 1 upon un. 3, 5, 7 etc. 2n plus 1 divided by n factorial x raised to n. This is un plus 1 by un. 2n plus 1 cancels up to 2n plus 1. And it is limit n tends to infinity. What is n plus 1 factorial by n factorial? N plus 1 upon 2n plus 3 into x. Because x raised to n plus 1 by x raised to n into x. Now we have to find the limit of this. And the convergence or divergence depends on value of the limit. It is therefore limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n divided by 2 plus 3 by n into x. Into x. It is 1 by 2 into x. 1 by 2 into x. Therefore, by D'Alembert's ratio test, sigma un converges if 1 by 2x is less than 1, that is x is less than 2. Diverges if 1 by 2x is greater than 1, that is x is greater than 2. And test fails when 1 by 2x is equal to 1 is 1, that is x is equal to 2, test fails. Now when x is equal to 2, what is this? X is equal to 2, test fails. Now we apply D'Alembert's ratio test. Rabi's test here. When x equal to 2, test fails. X equal to 2, therefore we apply Rabi's test. In Rabi's test, we consider limit n tends to infinity of n into un upon un plus 1 minus 1. Now, what is this? This is un plus 1 upon un. Un plus 1 upon un. Therefore, it is limit n tends to infinity of n into 2 2n plus 3 upon n plus 1 minus 1 into 1 upon x. Correct? Am I right here? Into 1 upon x. And x is 2 here. X is 2. Therefore, see, I have directly taken this one. It is actually, we have calculated for D'Alembert's ratio test, un plus 1 upon un it is. Correct? Un plus 1 upon un. But we require un upon un plus 1, that is reciprocal of that. Minus 1 into x is half here. X is half. Correct? But one minute, just a minute. When x is half, what is un upon un plus 1? X is 2, x is in the denominator here, or it is in the numerator. It is in the numerator. I think it is in the numerator. X we have 1 upon 2x. X is in the numerator, therefore x is 2 means we have 2 here. So 2 into n plus 1 upon 2n plus 3. This is un plus 1 upon un. Say, I am trying to make use of that already calculated un plus 1 by un. I make use of that one. So limit n tends to infinity, n into, what is un upon un plus 1? 2n plus 2 upon 2n plus 3 minus 1. Minus 1. See, when x is 2, the test fails. D'Alembert's ratio test fails. So by taking x is 2, we apply Rabi's test. This is Rabi's test, means it depends on this limit. Limit n tends to infinity, n into 2n plus 2 minus 2n minus 3 upon 2n plus 3. Therefore 2n cancels. Correct? 2n cancels. Therefore it is minus limit n tends to infinity minus n upon 2n plus 3. Am I correct? 2 minus 3. Yes. 2n plus 3 it is. Minus n by 2n plus 3. Take the limit. It is limit n tends to infinity of minus 1 upon 2 plus 3 by n. Because divide numerator denominator by n, minus 1, 2 plus 3 by n, it is minus 1 by 2. It is less than 1. In case of Rabi's test, if L less than 1, sigma un diverges. Sigma un diverges by Rabi's test. I think the above example is the best illustration for when D'Alembert's ratio test we can apply Rabi's test. By using Rabi's test we have calculated this L. L is less than 1. What is the conclusion of Rabi's test? By Rabi's test, given series diverges when x is equal to 2. Therefore final conclusion is sigma un converges if x is less than 2 and diverges if x is greater than or equal to 2 and diverges if x is greater than or equal to 2. This is the solution. Problems are usually simple here by ratio test. Problems are simple, only to find the nth term, that is un, is important. I go to next problem here. Test the convergence of 1 plus 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon 2 into 3 by 4 into x square plus 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 6, x cube into it is not dot, into plus 1. Not dot it is or point it is, into it is. This is the given series. First 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are given. Here un is not given. Suppose the problem is given in terms of sigma un, then un will be given, and it is our effort is somewhat reduced. We need not calculate un. But here the terms of the series are given. We have to generalize and we have to find out un. Now omitting the first term, you know that in infinite series, if we add some finite number of terms, or we subtract, or we neglect some finite number of terms, the behavior is not changed. Convergence or divergence is unaffected. So for generalization, to find the nth term, we can leave some terms. Usually we neglect some few terms. That is also from the beginning some few terms we leave. So what do you get? First term is 1 upon 2x. Second term is 1 into 3, 2 into 4, x square. 1, 3, 5. Therefore, first term un is 1, 3, 5, etc. 2n minus 1 into x raised to n divided by 2, 4, 6, etc. 2, 4, 6, etc. 2, 4, 6, etc. 2n. This is the nth term. Correct? 1, 3, 5, 2n minus 1, 2, 4, 6, etc. into it is etc. into 2n into x raised to n. This is un. See, while generalizing, we have neglected first term, we have omitted first term. We can do so because the convergence or divergence is unaffected. When we leave some term, we add some terms, that we have used here. Now we first apply D'Alembert's ratio test. Therefore un plus 1 is, we write un plus 1, 1, 3, 5, etc. into 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 into x raised to n plus 1 divided by 2, 4, 6, etc. 2n into 2n plus 2 into. Therefore, limit n tends to infinity un plus 1 upon un is limit n tends to infinity. First we start with D'Alembert's ratio test. Suppose it fails, then we go to Rabi's test. Limit n tends to infinity 1, 3, 5, etc. 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 2, 4, 6, etc. into 2n plus 2 into x raised to n plus 1 into upon un means by directly upon un, instead of writing upon un, I multiply the by reciprocal of this un, this one, reciprocal of this. So we get into 2, 4, 6, etc. 2n minus 1 upon not 2n minus 1, 2, 4, 6, etc. 2n divided by 1, 3, 5, etc. 2n minus 1 into x raised to n. This is un plus 1 upon un. Now up to 2n minus 1 cancels. Up to 2n cancels. So we get limit n tends to infinity of 2n plus 1 upon 2n plus 2 into x raised to n plus 1 by x raised to n is into x. What is this? This is limit un plus 1 upon un. Un plus 1 upon un. Therefore, what is the limit? Limit n tends to infinity of 2 plus 1 upon n divided by 2 plus 2 by n into x. It is therefore this 2 becomes 0. This is 0. This is 0. So x it is. So limit un plus 1 upon un is x. Now by D'Alembert's ratio test, if x is less than 1, sigma un converges. This is D'Alembert's ratio test. X greater than 1, sigma un diverges. In D'Alembert's ratio test, L is less than 1 converges, greater than 1 diverges. But in Rabi's test, reverse it is. L greater than 1 converges, L less than 1 diverges. When x equal to 1, test fails. This D'Alembert's ratio test fails. Therefore, when x is 1, we apply Rabi's test. When x is 1, un plus 1 upon un is 2n plus 1 upon 2n plus 2, because x is 1. 2n plus 1 by 2n plus 2. Now we apply Rabi's test. Rabi's test here. For that, we take limit n into un upon un plus 1 minus 1 as n tends to infinity. This you have to take. What is un plus 1 upon un? It is given 2n plus 1 upon 2n plus 2. That we have already calculated. We make use of that. It is limit n tends to infinity n into 2n plus 2 upon 2n plus 1 minus 1, because this is un plus 1 upon un, but we require un upon un plus 1, reciprocal of this. That's all. It is limit n tends to infinity n into 2n plus 2 minus 2n minus 1 upon 2n plus 1. Therefore, limit n tends to infinity, 2n cancels, n upon 2n plus 1. It is therefore limit n tends to infinity of 1 upon 2 plus 1 by n is half. And what is Rabi's test? It is less than 1, therefore sigma un diverges. In case of Rabi's test, if this limit is greater than 1, converges. Try to remember, you have to study comparatively what is the result of D'Alembert's ratio test and Rabi's test. Compare that two and try to remember the result. Here, in Rabi's test, if the limit is less than 1, diverges, greater than 1, converges. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Final conclusion. Final conclusion is sigma un given series converges if x less than 1, diverges if x is greater than or equal to 1. This is the case x is equal to 1. It is. This is the case x equal to 1. Here it diverges. Therefore, diverges if x is greater than 1, equal to 1. Greater than 1, equal to 1. Some more examples are there. I take that examples in the next video. Okay. Thank you.